amigos of Akwesasne, to welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Enola Arena and the live stream on the Akwesasne Thunder fan page and on YouTube. Glad you could join us today for this Game 2 of this championship series of the Ontario Junior B Lacrosse League Championship Series. Winner goes to the Founders Cup. The Thunder win last night by a score of 13-8, and they are looking to take a stranglehold on this series with a win today at 2:00 p.m. start. Dennis Shosey here to give you the play-by-play along with Wilson Adeka Mitchell, our fine camera videographer. Glad you could join us. Thanks for our sponsors, Mohawk Duty Free in Canandaigua, Akwesasne Mohawk Casino Resort in Akwesasne, Can-Am Convenience, Red Fox and Convenience, and Corner Convenience more. Off the face-off, going to be Weinstein facing off against Brown, and picked up there by the Thunder, picked up there by McKinney, going into the corner. One hands it, loses control of it, goes into the corner, still has it, being checked there on the floor, and then there's a push from behind, and the Thunder will gain control. On the injury list for the Guelph Regals, Liam Keaton is out as he sustained a knee injury last night, suspected hyperextended knee. He's out. The fine face-off man, so Weinstein will step in and do the face-off. In the corner it goes. The ball is loose, and a couple of times already, once by the Thunder and once by the Regals, they've thrown the ball away here in the opening 30 seconds of play. Thunder come down with the ball. Let's hand it off to Thundercloud. Thundercloud down low. It'll go to Barrero, who's been on fire since Game 5 against Ganawagi Hunters. Now Delarmy with a shot, and Dickinson with the save. Rolls into the corners, picked up there by Dilgy. Dilgy will come out of his own zone. Dilgy pulls up, stops, and passes it off to Dabik. They all pull off in the row, and the offense will come out. Here's a long shot. That's tipped by the stick, and that was coming off the stick of McKay, the leading goal scorer in the playoffs for the Guelph Regals. But last night, they held Ben Morton, the Ontario Junior B Lacrosse League scoring leader throughout the season, to no points, no goals, no assists. That's the first time all season long Morton's been held off the score sheet. And they kept off the score sheet for about 26 minutes. Sunday passing off to Hops. There's a shot, bounce shot. Went off goaltender Dickinson. It goes into the safety mesh, and the Thunder will control. Up stretch 30 seconds. Sunday with it. Back out to Porter. Porter down into the corner it goes to Thundercloud. Thundercloud does a swim move. Tries to get around and open briefly with Baudouin, but he couldn't get the ball to him. Thundercloud passing over to Hops Thompson. Hops Thompson lets a shot go. Shot, rebound, picked up by Thunder. He scores! Time was running out. The save was made by goaltender Dickinson. The ball popped out to Sunday. He jumped in the air, threw low, and making it 1-0 for the Akwesasne Thunder. Picking up where they left off last night. Off the face-off. Sunday gets the goal. Coming back down. Picked up by Thundercloud, and Hops Thompson pick up assist. Regals with a shot on goal, and there's a save there by goaltender Delarmy. He squeaked out of his crease, but he rolled it back in. Here's a long pass. Down the court, it's thrown away, and the ball will go over to the Regals. Bad pass by goaltender Delarmy. Needs to make sure of those passes as his offense was coming out. But he tried to go for a breakaway pass for Delarmy. Schmidt with it now, up on top. Passes down to Wilson. Wilson being checked on the play. Here comes the pick. It wasn't materialized. Now comes back to Schmidt as he threw the pick for Wilson. Schmidt now with it. Wilson throws the pick. Schmidt tries to sidestep a check. Gets a shot off. And the Thunder will pick it up. Karsten Mitchell with it. Mitchell, head man in the ball up the field. No, he'll run it up. Now he'll stop and hand off to Delarmy. Over to Thundercloud. Porter comes and joins. On the far side, Hops Thompson spins around. There's a pick by Delarmy. Pass back out to Barrero. Off the glass it goes as a high one high. And then coming down on a breakaway. Going to be McDonald. McDonald coming in all alone. McDonald stops, pulls up, sidesteps. McDonald shoots. Big save. Rebound in front. Another save. And that came off the stick of Davick as the defense transitions into offense. Two big saves there, back-to-back by Delarmy. 1-0 to score, 16-17 remaining here in period number 1, game 2. Delarmy going in, he's being checked there by LaBelle. Now comes back out to Hobbs Thompson over to River Porter. Porter tries to underhand it, he does, and there's a shot on net, oh, and it almost got through. That was a shot by Beaugrand, saved there by goaltender Dickinson. And the Regals come back on offense. Looking for the first goal of this game. Along the half wall it goes, comes back out to Wilson. Wilson with it, being checked, tries to work his way in, he tries to go on the crease there. There's a shot on goal, he's trying to go on the crease to Tuscan. That shot was deflected and the Thunder will come back out with the ball. McKinney throws it up to Thundercloud on the right-hand side. Thundercloud down, really fast pace to this game. Barrero being checked on the play, he can't get in. Still being checked, Barrero passes back out to Hobbs Thompson. 15 seconds and counting. Now Barrero works his way in, has a shot low. Goaltender made the save, a good save by Dickinson. Down low, rest 30 seconds for the Thunder. Hobbs Thompson with it over to the other side to Delarmy, back to Barrero. Fakes the shot, passes in close, shot, they score! Nice underhand pass there by Barrero to Hobbs Thompson, and he put it away, making it 2-0. At 4:57. What a beautiful play by Barrero, sidestepping the check. Just flipped the pass over to Hobbs Thompson coming down the lane on the left-hand side. Here's the call. Off the face-off, they fight for it, and there's going to be violation on Weinstein, and the Thunder will pick up the ball. Picked up there by Delarmy. Delarmy on the far side. Sunday working out of the half wall. That's his office. Walks right down Broad Street, and his shot, good shot on goal. Wide open lane, and Sunday will pick up the rebound. Sunday with it now. Come across that pick, and it was wide open down the lane and let a shot go. Dickinson saw it all the way and made the save. Now Delarmy with it, being checked on the play by LeCompte. And the pass goes errant and into the safety mesh, and the ball will go back to the Regals. They come out on the offense. That's Schmidt with it. Schmidt passing down low. Schmidt over to Morton. Morton coming off a pick, lets a long shot go, save, rebound, comes out, and Thunder will pick it up. Picked up there by Rice. Wuxie Rice breaking down, passes off to Barrero with a shot. Oh, and he was going far side, rebound. Another save there by Dickinson. Oh, two good saves in a row. And the ball was almost picked off there by Rice as he picked up the rebound off the shot by Barrero. Good save there by Weinstein, back to back, to keep it a 2-goal game. The Regals back on the offense. Coming in, just McDonald with a shot on goal low, and Delarmy makes the save as Dupuis David was beaten by the nice pick by McDonald on the off, and now coming back, Thundercloud with it. He'll pull up, defense falls down. Delarmy runs through the center, goes back to the opposite side. Now Hobbs Thompson with it over to Delarmy, being watched on that far side by Van Dort. Back out to Hobbs Thompson, he can't get it, he falls down. Picked up by Thundercloud, long shot. There's a shot on goal, oh, and it was almost a quick stick from the far side from Delarmy as the clock was winding down. And picking it up is Davick. Davick with it now. Brings it down. Passes over to Tuscan. Tuscan on the far side to Morton. Morton now passes out to McKay. McKay over to Wilson. Wilson being checked there by Trace Hill. Has to go. There's a long shot on goal. And then, oh, it almost went in, but it bounced back out. Almost got over the goal line on a shot by Morton. There's a shot there by Thunder's Barrero. That goaltender Dixon's caught. Ball is loose but picked up by the Regals. There's going to be a penalty coming up to the Thunder. Dickinson runs to the bench. And I don't think they realize they have an extra attacker. Now they do. There might be 2 penalties coming up, but both referees have their arms up in the air. Picked up by Schmidt with 13 seconds remaining. Here's a long shot, saved there by Delarmy off the stick of Bowen Downey. Cross-checking, illegal cross-check on Barrero. So the man down unit shapes up as this. Luke Lazor down on the left-hand side. Trace Hill on the right-hand side. And Downey, or rather McKinney, and it looks like Oaks up on top. They pass the ball around, the Regals do. Now it comes back out to Morton. Morton passes on the near side down low. Now comes over to Schmidt with a low shot, saved there by Delarmy. Picked up there by Morton. Morton with it now, sets it up to McKay. McKay over to Wilson. McKay has it, back to Wilson. Wilson will take the pick, looking for a shot. He doesn't get it, comes in close, he looks a shot on goal, and a save there by Delarmy as Wilson was going down low. And McKay with it, now Wilson comes out in front. He tries to go across for a quick stick over to Downey. He couldn't control it. Now it's back out to McKay. McKay, backhand pass to Wilson. Wilson fakes, moves in close, shot and a save, picked up by the Thunder. They've got 8 seconds to get it out. They roll the ball down the carpet and it's picked up there by Alex Delarmy. He'll leave it there for Thundercloud. 20 seconds remaining, 55 seconds in the penalty to Barrero. Thunder lead 2-0 as they run the clock down as much as they can. Thundercloud with it. Being watched different on defense by Dixon. Thundercloud passes over to Sunday. Sunday over to Hobbs Thompson. In behind the net it goes. And it's picked up by goaltender Dickinson, and he'll pass it back out. And the offense will come out on his power play with just 33 seconds remaining. And 22 on the shot clock. Wilson with it. Wilson to Morton, back to Wilson, over on top to McKay, back to Morton, over to McKay on top, over to Wilson, back to McKay. Down low, comes across, and a pass there from Schmidt over to Morton. He couldn't control it, and the Thunder will get the ball and bring it out to Trace Hill. Bounce pass in front of the Thunder net to Delarmy. 24 seconds on the shot clock, 5 and a penalty. He'll kill it off, and Barrero will go join the offense. River Porter with it, passes over to Sunday. Sunday back to Porter, shot on goal. Oh, it went as a one-timer, sidearm. And here's a break coming down for Downey. Downey misses it, and being tracked on the play was Schoenecker for the Thunder. Now down low it goes to Tuscan. Tuscan being worked over by Schoenecker defensively. Now comes over to Wilson. Wilson lets a shot go. He was going for that far side, and he hit a player in front. They've got 10 seconds now, 8 on the shot clock. There's a shot on, missed the net, it went behind the net. 30-second clocks will go, and the Thunder will regain control of the ball. Here's a long lead pass coming down into the corner for Thundercloud, being watched there by Lecomte. Then it comes back out to Delarmy, to Hobbs Thompson, over to Porter. Porter trying to come around the pick, he does, but he passes back off to Thompson. Thompson down low to Thundercloud, trying to trick stick, they score! What a beautiful play! Thompson was coming down Broadway, right down to the goal. He passed it off to an open Thundercloud. An open Thundercloud passed it to Delarmy, who quick sticked it past goaltender Dickinson. 3-0 lead for the Thunder. They're picking off where they left off last night. Porter trying to work his way down low. Being checked on the play. Now Boldman pushes the check out, in close, there's a shot, backhand shot by Sunday, just missed by Whisker. Here's another shot, stopped by Dickinson, off the stick of Delarmy as shot clock was winding down. And Sunday does to try to do this jump over and hit the stick check, didn't work out as Dixon brought it down. Goes into the corner, passes back out to Wilson. Wilson has it. trying to get down low. The Thunder defense playing very stringent in tight defense, not allowing Wilson or anybody to get a shot on goal. And if it does get through, goaltender DeLarme's there to make the save. And a 30-second clock violation once again. Now the Thunder bring it over center court. That's going to be Thundercloud with it. Passes down low to Barrero. Barrero passes it on far side to Sunday, one-on-one with the defense. Back over to Thundercloud, over to DeLarme, back over to Barrero. Fakes a shot, goes in, looking for someone coming down the open lane. There wasn't, so he take a shot. Saved there by Dickinson as the shot clock was winding down. Picked up there by Van Dort. He'll leave it there. Passes off to Weinstein. Weinstein with a pass in close. Oh, there's a shot on goal. Close in by Gage Thompson. He was going over the left side of goaltender DeLarme, but he made the save. Good shot and a better save. And right now we've got too many men on the floor for the Akwesasne Thunder.
Thunder penalty. A bench minor for having too many players on the floor. 13 minutes, 30 seconds.
So it's the second power play of the game for the Regals.
12 minutes, 30 seconds.
Morton will run the, nope, it's going to be Wilson running the top this time, but he'll slide back down to his normal position up on top. Behind it goes to Schmidt. Schmidt gets a backhand pass from Morton. Schmidt back out to Wilson. Wilson trying to wind up to get a shot. There's the pick. Passes the ball off. Now comes to Schmidt. Shot on goal. Saved there by goaltender DeLarme. Good ball movement by the Regals as they got that box of defense for the Thunder moving around, and they got the shot they want. Schmidt made the sidearm shot, but goaltender DeLarme made the save. What's going on now? They got a timeout. I don't know what the whistle's for. Another goaltending equipment, or rather there's a piece of equipment on the floor. Oh, actually, it's a Thunder player. A Thunder player on the floor. That looks like it's going to be either Barrero or Thundercloud. And it's Barrero. They can ill afford to lose Barrero, the captain. I believe he slipped on the carpet down there. I didn't see that. .127 remaining in the penalty to Baudouin. Serving the bench minor for too many men on the floor. 6:57 remaining, 3-0 to score. Thunder with 16 seconds on the shot clock. They're a man down. So they're affording to pass the ball around. And the Regals defense to ensure that there's no shot on goal that could produce a goal. But Hops gets in, just thrown and rolls down, and he's met there with the defense. Good stiff check there by the defense of Blakely. And now here come the Regals with 1 minute and 2 seconds remaining in the penalty. 20 seconds in the shot clock. Back out to McKay. McKay with it. McKay passes down low to Wilson, come behind the net. Now it's off cross court to the pass there, and a shot and a save there. We've got DeLarme and the Thunder playing really good defense. They'll come back into the zone. Thundercloud will pick it up. DeLarme comes out as well. Thundercloud would just bide his time with 20 seconds to run the clock down. They really don't want to give the ball away. And the Regals certainly don't want to give them a good scoring opportunity. The Thunder lead the league in the playoffs with 11 shorthanded goals. Looking for one here. Now Thundercloud trying to move in. He does. Gets a shot off. Bounce shot that went nowhere. In behind the net it went. Off the glass and controlled there by LaBelle. LaBelle will exit and leave it for the offense to come out with only 5 seconds remaining in the penalty to Baudouin. Picked up there by Thompson. Gage Thompson fakes a long shot. Now to Wilson, with it moves in close. There's a shot. He was going far side. And goaltender DeLarme stuck up that arm. The Wall playing very tough tonight. There's Morton with a shot behind the net. Here comes another pass in close. Oh, they got a good play off. Morton passed it behind the net to Wilson. Got the shot off, and goaltender DeLarme was there. The Thunder back on the offense. 5 minutes remaining. They shut out the Regals. 15 minutes of this first period. Sunday with a drive to the net, shoots, scores. No, he's in the crease. Now coming back the other way will be the Regals. Here's Downey. No, that's not Downey. Let's check it out. Yeah, that's going to be Tuscan with it. Tuscan out to Schmidt. Schmidt down low. Pass across the court of the zone and almost picked off there by the Thunder. That was Kane Murphy down back there on the defense. Deflected it, and the Thunder will be in control. Brown with it. Brown passes up to Thundercloud. Thundercloud with it. Being watched there by the defense of the Regals. Blakely coming out to lend assistance to defense. Barrero with it now to Hops Thompson. Does a spinorama. Hops Thompson lets a shot go. Hit a body in front. Back to Hops Thompson. Barrero lets a shot go off the glass. Picked up by the Thunder, but they ran out of time. And there'll be a 30-second shot clock violation, and coming back the other way will be the Regals, looking for their first goal in this first period, down 3-0. Game 2 of this championship series in the Ontario Junior B Lacrosse League action. Now there's a shot that went wide off McKay. Must be feeling frustrated out there now. They haven't got a goal, and Ben Morton's been kept off the score sheet now, going for almost 70 minutes, 90 minutes. Now the Thunder will gain control. They come into the zone, picked up there by Baudouin. Baudouin comes out to Delarmy. 3:13 remaining. And there's a moving pick violation on Porter. So the ball reversed back, and McDonald will have it. But McKinney's out there to meet him on defense, and Carson Mitchell's there as well. McKinney along the half wall, comes back out to the top of the key. McKinney with it, does a spinorama. He's being checked there. He should be passing the ball. He lets a shot go, worked his way in, and there's a check from behind by the Thunder. Overzealous on that defense. Good save there by Delarmy. And the ball goes all the way down. No backing over. Yes, it will be backing over, and the Thunder will get control of the ball. Hops Thompson in the corner, being watched there by Van Dort. They're moving the ball around now. Barrero with it. Now they move in a little bit closer. Barrero moves in, gets around his check. He stepped in the crease. You can see it from here. And the ball will go back to the Regals. Barrero on the defense, lets a cross check go. Takes a slash in return, but Wilson has it now on the offense for the Regals. Back out to Schmidt. Schmidt in the corner. Passing over to Weinstein. Weinstein falls down, picked up there by Schoenecker, or does he? No, Morton picks it up. Morton now passes it out to Weinstein. Weinstein along the half wall. Dupuis David on him, ties him up. It's going to be the holding penalty as the stick was right underneath his arms. And that'll be the third penalty of the game in the first period for the Thunder. It'll be the third power play for the Regals. They're down 3-0. Wilson with it, behind the net it goes. Wilson looking out, back on top it goes. On the near side, there's a shot on goal. Delarmy makes the save, scooped up there by Schoenecker, but there's going to be a penalty to Dupuis David.
Thunder penalty to number 9, Dupuis David. 2 minutes for holding at 18 minutes, 30 seconds.
McKay will set it up. McKay over to Morton, who hasn't got a goal and an assist in this series yet. Morton with it, looking down low. Morton passes across to Wilson, who came from behind the net. There's a shot low, saved by goaltender Delarmy. It'll be a fresh 30 seconds. Morton with it. Almost getting down to the last minute to play. Backhand to Wilson, back to McKay. McKay passes down into the corner to Schmidt. Comes back out to McKay, over to Morton. Now they start moving Wilson in close. Leaves it for McKay. Now Schmidt has it. McKay takes the shot. Here's a pass to Morton. Couldn't get the shot off. There's a long shot, saved there by goaltender. And they score. Delarmy got a piece of it, but not enough. That goal comes at 19-15. Almost one whole period before they get the goal.
Guelph's power play goal was scored by number 21, Carter McKay. Assist number 17, Ben Morton.
Morton finally gets on the score sheet.
Levi Wilson.
And Wilson and Morton get the assist.
15 seconds.
Making it 3-1. The Regals get the ball off the face-off. Schoenecker trying to fight through. Now Trace Hill's there. There's a sick. This could have been a penalty call. But the ball will go back to the Thunder in the timeout. Could there have been a penalty on that? A tripping call? I don't know. Both referees were watching the play. I'd like to thank our sponsors. Once we got a minute here, Mohawk Duty Free in Tyndonega, Akwesasne Mohawk Casino Resort in Akwesasne, New York, Can-Am Convenience, Gowanoga District here in Akwesasne Mohawk Territory, Red Fox Gas and Convenience on Johnny Mack Lane in Akwesasne, and Corner Convenience and More in Messina, New York. Thank you for your sponsorship throughout the whole year. 22 seconds left in the period. Thunder will have the ball. They pull goaltender Delarmy. And Sunday will have the ball in his own zone. He picks it up and he'll bring it into the zone. They'll wait to probably about the 10-second mark before they get things moving. Kai Tarbell, assistant coach, waiting for everything to get down to 10. Now they start moving. River Porter with it. Now comes back out to Sunday. And there's going to be an interception. 3.5 seconds left, and the ball comes down, and it's stopped there as the goaltender didn't come up, but the Thunder threw out an extra runner.
By Guelph 18 and the Thunder 15. Don't forget to get your 50/50 tickets. They're on sale right now in the lobby. Also pick up a Frisbee.
Shots on goal in that period for the Thunder 15 and for the Regals 18. Scoring in that period, making it 1-0 early, was a goal by Tryson Sunday with an assist going to Hops Thompson and to Marcus Thundercloud. At 4:57, it was a goal by Bladen Hops Thompson with an assist going to Barrero, making it 2-0. And then at 11:48, making it 3-0, was a goal by Nice Goal Quickstick. And a good pass by Thundercloud and a good setup there also by Bladen Hops Thompson. Thompson and Thundercloud get the assist with a goal going to Alex Delarmy, making it 3-0. Then a power play goal with 45 seconds remaining in the period. Guelph is on the board with a goal by McKay with an assist going to Morton and to Wilson, making it 3-1. That's the way first period will end, ladies and gentlemen. Last night's game, won by the Thunder 13-8. The Thunder were powered on offense by Captain Teogualeta Barrero's 4 goals and 4 assist outburst. His second straight game in a row with he had 4 goals and multiple assists. You'll recall in Game 5, the deciding game in Game 5 against Ganawage. In that game, Barrero had 4 goals and 3 assists, so he's picking up right where he left off. River Porter had 2 goals and 3 assists. Tryson Sunday 3 and 1. Alex Delarmy 1 and 4, and Bladen Hops Thompson 2 and 3. Dega Thompson with 1 goal. Xavier DeWald-Delarmy was very sharp in net, stopping 53 of 61 shots and earned Player of the Game awards. Ben Morton, the OJBLL leading goal scorer, was held off the score sheet for the first time all season, but he's back on there tonight with an assist on the overtime goal by McKay. So we're going to take a timeout and be back to join you for the start of the second period. Dennis Shosi reporting for the Akwesasne Thunder live stream. The score at the end of 1 period of play, Akwesasne 3 and Guelph 1. Good, Dennis. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the live stream with Akwesasne Thunder, the Guelph Regals, here in the second game of the Ontario Junior B Lacrosse League Championship Series. Dennis Schultze along with Akwesasne Mitchell bringing you the play-by-play and the camera work. Glad you could join us from people far and wide. We got people in British Columbia, my buddy Vaughn Sunday and his wife Colette. Welcome to the show. I don't think Vaughn ever played lacrosse, organized lacrosse, but you put a basketball in his hand and he'll show you the game upside down and every which way but loose. Good ball player, that Vaughn Sunday. Glad to have you on, Vaughn. And Andy Wilson, the father of Luke Wilson, the player on the Regals, came over and said hi to us, to all the people back home in Guelph. In the lower region are watching the game. Glad you could join us today. Far and wide, we got people from Nova Scotia as well. Marshall Brown from that area. We got his parents and friends and relatives watching from back there, and points in between. And we even got people listening to us downstate in the New York State area and beyond. Akwesasne carries a 3-1 lead going into period number 2. Arguably the worst game that Dickinson has played was last night. He has to shine between the pipes. Certainly, Xavier Delarmy for the Akwesasne Thunder has been standing tall ever since that 5th game against Ganawage. Last night, Thunder were outshot in that final period, 21-10. And Xavier Delarmy shut the door, only allowing 1 goal down the stretch. Here we go, face-off time. Weinstein in. As mentioned earlier, Keating is out for this game anyway. Don't know about Thursday. Picked up by Schoenecker. Schoenecker twists and weaves his way through the defense. Sunday has it. He'll pull up and pull back. Sunday with the ball now as he waits for the Thunder to start moving around for the play-moving picks. Now comes back over on the far side to Bogdan. Bogdan being watched by McDonald. Bogdan with a shot on goal. That is stuffed there by Weinstein. Weinstein will race again, but here comes Hoff Thompson. Weinstein with a shot on net. Oh, and he got stick check from behind by Hoff Thompson, a diving check, but he got the shot off. I don't know if they hit the post or Delarmy made the save, but it didn't go in the net. The Regals now. Wilson on the far side does a swim move, comes back out top. Morton was going to get the pass, but it was intercepted by Schmidt, and he got a shot off, and Delarmy made the save. Now the Thunder come back on offense. Fast-moving game. These two teams like to move it up and down the floor real quick. Delarmy with it to Sunday. Sunday passes back. Here's a long shot, faked by Porter. Passes off to Barrero. Barrero trying to pick up Delarmy, rolling down, but he lost control of it. Now the ball is going to come back out to the center court area, and it does. It's a back and over. There's going to be a delay of game for Barrero as he knocked the ball way down into the zone of the Regals. So this is their 4th straight penalty for the Thunder. And the 4th straight power play for the Regals, an opportunity for them to make this a 1-goal game. This is they've scored 1 power play goal already. Morton with it. Passes to McKay, to Wilson, to Schmidt. Schmidt looking for Downey. Now they start moving over the Schmidt, rather Downey on the far side as he switched places with Downey. And now Morton trying to cross-check, check rather. Hill with it. Hill, a pretty fast speedster. Morton now chasing down Bogdan. Bogdan along the half wall with Morton watching him from about 10 feet away. 14 seconds on the shot clock. They're looking to kill it. The Regals don't mind this because they're going to get the ball back anyway. And they'll go back on a power play. They just don't want to have a good shot on net. So the Regals will come back into the power play situation. Wilson with it on the far side. Schmidt was going down low. Comes to the near side up on top to Morton. Now back out to McKay. Wilson with it down to Schmidt. Back to Wilson, back to McKay. McKay works his way in to get the shot off, but it's tipped by the Thunder. Here's an overhand shot. Didn't hit anybody. And they've got 5 seconds to get the shot on. Wilson moves in close. Shot on goal. Delarmy had it, didn't know where it was, looked behind him, and the ball will come back out to the center court area, picked up there by Dupuis David. He'll leave it for Delarmy. Delarmy for the Thunder. Fakes the handoff over the far side to Porter. Porter being watched there by the defense of Van Dort, who's in the lineup tonight for the Regals. Here's a long pass down to Delarmy, trying to get the bounce pass off to. There's a long shot, by Sunday. And Dickinson had to go down and make a save on that. That was low. Got it with his. And now there's interference on the far side by the Thunder's Porter as he knocked the stick out of the hand of the defender. Now Wilson comes off the bench, takes a pass, sidesteps the check, but the angle was too severe as Soniger pushed him outside. He'll pull up and wait as Karsten Mitchell waits for him defensively. Now Morton down low, and Tuscan with it, tried to work his way in, he couldn't get a shot. Coming off the pick from behind the net, and there's a low shot stopped there by Delarmy. Angle was severe, but the shot was taken by McKay, or rather Schmidt. Now the Thunder come back into the zone. Picked up there by Blayton Hobbs-Thompson. Penalty is over. Everything's at even strength. Another good save there by Dickinson. Long lead pass to Dixon, but you couldn't see it. And now going into the corner will be Rice. Wuxie Rice with it. Now passes up to Delarmy, exits, and the Porter will come out. Delarmy down low, being watched there defensively by Downey. On the far side it goes. Barrero with it now. Passes to Delarmy, back out to Porter. Porter back out to Thundercloud. Rather, yes, it's Thundercloud. Does a swim. Tries to throw it back in front. All alone, they score! Boldman! Found himself all alone. Took the pass and put it past Dickinson for a 4-1 lead for the Thunder. That come at 4:19. A lot of pick and roll and going in front of the slot area. And a freed up Boldman. And off the face-off, picked up by the Thunder. And I'll tell you what, the Regals sure do miss Keating. He was their face-off man. Weinstein has stepped in. It is no Liam Keating, that's for sure. And the Thunder winning the majority of face-offs, which are crucial to the game. Now Sunday has it. Sunday tries to come across the field, lets his low shot go, went wide, and it's going to be back and over, and picked up by streaking Dabik. Dabik will pick it up for the Regals. Now Morton has it. Morton passes over to Thompson. Oh, and there's a nice check there by Karsten Mitchell, but it's picked back up by Weinstein, and Wilson was put down on the floor as well, and the Thunder have to give up the ball. Fresh 30 for the Guelph Regals. Very tenacious and aggressive defense by the Thunder. Luke Lazor out there, he with the wooden stick, likes to put that punishment with the wooden stick and cross-checking. The Thunder will come away with the ball. Mitchell with it, crosses half court, he'll pull up, wait for the offense. Mitchell passes down low to Hobbs-Thompson. He's being watched here by Dixon. Hobbs-Thompson tries to do a swim move. Sunday comes in. Now the pass comes on the far side to Boldman. Boldman back down to Sunday. Sunday looking for someone to pass to. He does. That's River Porter. Comes off the pick and lets a shot go. Screen shot. As he's being checked here by Dilgy. Got the shot off. And now the Regals will come back. 14:03 remaining here in period number 2. The score 4-1 for the Thunder. Looking to take a stranglehold on this 5-game series. Return game on game 3 will be Thursday in Guelph. Guelph trying to work the ball in. They can't find any loose room in there. There's a shot from far out low off the stick of McKay. Goaltender Delarmy makes that save. Interference on the far side by Brown. Will give the ball back at 30 to the Regals. McKay with it. Passes on the far near side rather to Weinstein back out to McKay, or rather Schmidt. Schmidt with it, passes back to Weinstein, tries to use the pick. It wasn't there, it was blown up by the defense. And now here's a pass coming across the cutter of McKay. Couldn't reach it, was behind him by a bit. Now they look for a shot on that with 10 seconds left. Ball is dropped there by the offense and picked up by Brown. Brown will wait for the offense to come out. And there's a discrepancy going on the floor as to the referees blew the whistle, but there's still no fresh 30. The Thunder are out there. Delarmy with it way up on top. Over to Thundercloud. Made a pass over to the middle to Sunday. Missing. Now the Regals will come back on offense. Picked up there by Downey, who had a good game last night. Wilson with it, being watched by Barrero. Downey trying to get a shot off on the high pick. Couldn't see it. Now coming off the pick and going down low is Morton. Rather, not Morton, but that's going to be Weinstein. Loses it. Good check. Here's a breakaway. A breakaway for Delarmy. He's going in. Delarmy shoots. Oh, and he went wide as the goalie was going to the far side, and Delarmy came back to the near side. Had the goalie going one way and the ball went the other. Had he hit the net, he would have had a goal and a fifth one for the Thunder. 12 minutes remaining. Now there's a check on high, a pick and roll. McKay couldn't get the return pass. That was blown up by the defense. Now Cutter coming through. That was McKay once again as he tried to cut through the defense. And the ball was knocked loose. Going into the corner, two Thunder players. One against one Tuscan. The Regals, and the 30-second clock goes off, and picking it up is going to be the Thunder. That's going to be Dupree David with it. He'll pass off to Thundercloud. Thundercloud being watched there diligently by Dilgy. Now the ball comes back out to Sunday. Sunday passes down to Hobbs Thompson, tries a little pick, he does, rolls down, tries to get the return pass, but the defenseman there of B-Crab picked that up, and he rolled nicely back down with Sunday to break up that pick and roll. 11:20 remaining, and another long stretch off the goal, off the score sheet for the Regals. That happened. That's been happening since the second period of game number 2, or rather 1. The Thunder, Schoenecker brings it up, and he'll leave the Thunder playing really good defense tonight. They control the ball into the zone. They go, picked up there by Hobbs Thompson. Passes over to Boldman, who has Dixon on him. Now comes back out to Delarmy. Delarmy passes over to Sunday, trying to do a swim move, trying to pass it off. Goes in front, shot on goal. Got it off. He did a nice swim move there, but goaltender Dickinson was wise to his low shot and went down and blocked it. Dixon with it now. He'll pass off and leave it to the Weinstein. Weinstein out to join the offense. There's a backhand pass down into the corner to Schmidt. Schmidt with it, trying to come across. There's a nice pick and roll, and it almost worked to perfection. Weinstein just had to go over the top of his stick. They still control it with 3 seconds left. There's a shot on goal, and there's too many men on the floor. 6 players by the Regals, so we'll see the first power play unit. This power play being brought to you by the Akwesasne Mall Casino Resort, located in Akwesasne, New York. Akwesasne's playground for all of your poker and gambling needs. Go see them on Facebook, Akwesasne Mall Casino, or see them online, AkwesasneMohawkCasino.com. There's a hydration break for the goaltenders. Troyson Sunday will lead the power play unit. Back on defense, the Regals will answer down low with LeCompte on one side. On the top, they'll answer with McDonald and Dabbick. And down low on the left-hand side will be, I believe it's LaBelle. The Thunder will answer with Sunday up top, of course. Porter will play on the right-hand side, low crease. And Barrero will be on the other side, high, on the right side. And on the near side, we're going to have Hobbs Thompson down low. And on the top on the near side, looks like we're going to have Delarmy. Serving the bench minor will be Caden Van Dort for the Regals. First power play opportunity for the Thunder, brought to you by the Akwesasne Mohawk Casino Resort. They pass the ball around like they normally do. They like to pass the ball around, give everybody a chance to feel the ball, part of the offense, and then they start moving. Now here's the ball coming out to Sunday now. And working his way in. He had a long ways to go with the lane open was River Porter. He let the shot go. And it goes all the way down into the zone, back and over. And the Regals will take control. Oakes comes out on defense. And so does Karsten Sunday, along with Trace Hill. And it looks like Carter King out there for the Thunder defensively. 5-on-4. Thunder have the power play, but Downey's trying to kill off some seconds off that clock before he takes a shot on goal as they try to kill off the penalty. And now it is Downey on the far side, or rather Wilson. Wilson does a spin around on Carter King, and the ball will go back into the corner. Excuse me. So the Thunder will come back out and set up the power play. Brought to you by the Akwesasne Mohawk Casino. Sunday will set it up with 20 seconds remaining. Sunday will have it. I don't think they'll pass the ball around as much. And now Sunday moves in, gets around the puck. There's a shot. Oh, and he just missed the near side corner. You can see that from our angle. And the ball will go back once again to the Regals, but Sunday's going to stay down low. So it'll be a 3-on-4 for the Regals with 30 seconds remaining. Schmidt getting tied up there with Marshall Brown. Marshall Brown will now come out and take on McKay. McKay will take a shot on goal if he sees it. Now they're trying to spread out the defense. They'll keep one guy low on that offensive side of the ball carrier, and that's John McKinney with it. Loose ball, so the Thunder will get it. And they'll come back out with a try on this Akwesasne Mohawk Casino Resort power play. 16 seconds in the power play. Or in the penalty rather, 20 seconds on the shot clock. Sunday with it, moving in. He's got an open lane, goes behind the net to Delarmy, but it was moving one way and the ball went the other. And coming out, almost a nice swim check there by Porter. All even now, as the Regals have killed off that power play and a penalty chance for the Thunder. Now picked up there by the captain, Teo Barrero passes it down to Delarmy out to Thundercloud. Thundercloud being watched there by Van Dort. He would just come out of the penalty box, serving that minor. Now it's going to be Tyson Sunday. Sunday trying to work his way in, lets the shot go near side. Might have a hook in his stick because that's the second or third time that he shot that way, and the ball went way wide, so he's got to fix the shooting strings in between the periods. Coming back the other way, it's going to be Morton on the right-hand side. Near side, Morton being watched there by Dupuis David. He'll pass it over to McKay, to Wilson. Wilson being watched there by King. There's the pick. Swim move there by Wilson as he tried to get over top of King. Wilson tries to stuff it in. Rebound. They come in. There's a shot. Oh, and a nice fake there by Thompson. Went high and then went low. And goaltender Delarmy followed him. The ball is loose. And the Thunder called for a off-the-ball violation. Good crowd here on hand here at the Enola Go Arena. Glad you could join us. For those in the stands and those listening online, Dennis Shosey coming to you live from the Enola Go Arena. Thunder leading 4-1. And the Regals have the ball. They pass it over on this far side. Goes back to the near side. Trying to get it out to Wilson. They do. Wilson trying to work his way in. Shot low. And goaltender Delarmy makes the save. But Royce was a little bit too aggressive on Wilson. And the ball will go back to Regals. The Regals have control of it. They've had about a minute and a half on this possession. 4 shots, 4 saves by Delarmy. Wilson trying to come around the check or the screen. Scores! That's the shot they were looking for. Guelph makes it 4-2 with a goal by Wilson, as he was set up nicely by Gage Thompson, setting that pick up high, creating a little bit of a screen. He went 5-sword.
19, Levi Wilson. The 6th to number 7, Gage Thompson. Time 13 minutes, 48 seconds.
Off the face-off, controlled by Troy McDonald. McDonald now will go off and leave it there for the offense, trying to make this a one-goal game. They've been really outplayed in this game. Although they've got the number of shots on goal, 27. Those shots have been coming from far out. And now Wilson again with it. Now he passes to Downey on the right-hand side. Downey being watched there by the defense of Murphy. There's a shot low. And the ball is picked up by the Thunder. 30-second shot clock goes. It'll come back on the offense. 4-2 the score now. 5:31 remaining, period number 2 in this championship series. Picked up there by Blaine Thompson. Now Guerrero works his way in. Shot on goal, near side. 6 side on goaltender Dickinson. He made the save. Here's a long lead pass. There's a shot on goal to score. Morton gets a goal, his first of the series, making it 4-3. The defense was a little bit lax coming out of the box for the Thunder. Looked like Morton was going to pull up, but he decided to kick it into gear 1 speed, and he went going and scored, making it 4-3. And they have the ball again. Or that's Gage Thompson, rather.
14 minutes, 50 seconds.
Now they can tie it up. There's a shot. Oh, they try to go quick stick. Wilson trying to find down low is trying to find McDonald. He was open, but the pass a little too high. Wilson with another long shot low and picked up there by Delarmy. 4-3 now. It was 4-1, and in a matter of less than a minute and 20 seconds, the Thunder find themselves in a one-goal game, breathing a little bit of life into the Regals. Taylor Mitchell comes out along with Murphy on the defense. Oakes is back there as well. Downey with it on the near side high. Downey on the far side to Wilson. He'll walk in, let a shot go. Going for the far side. They seem to have found a weakness, they think, going to that far side, glove side of goaltender Delarmy. They scored 2 straight goals that way. And now the Thunder come back on the offense. And the Regals defense is tightened up. Picked up there by Barrero, falls off the check, tries to pass it to Delarmy on the east side. Can't get it now, there's 8 seconds remaining. Picked up there by Barrero. Got to get a shot out to get the full 30 seconds, as the Regals had control of it earlier, prior to the 30 seconds running down for the Thunder. So it's a fresh 30 seconds, and they got to start moving on offense. They've been taking a little bit far, 2 shots from far like that one. Oh, and it hit the player in the helmet behind the neck. Picked up there by Delarmy. He'll work his way in, takes the shot, lets the shot go low. Goaltender Dickinson goes down low into the butterfly like an ice hockey goalie, and he makes the save. 3:18 remaining. It's a one-goal game now. Picked up there by Morton. Morton with it. Being cross-checked there by Dupree David. Morton will pass it off to Wilson. Wilson trying to come down one-on-one with Lazor. He's tied to pull up. There's a shot on goal by Morton. Down low, goaltender Delarmy makes the save. Carson Mitchell was breaking down for a long lead pass, but he didn't get it. Now here's Hops Thompson with it. Hops Thompson lets a bounce shot go. Goaltender made the save, and that's not what the Thunder want to see. They want a long shot without their players out there. They're trying to get the ball moving on the offense. Picked up by Dixon. Nice spinorama. Passes over to Wilson. Wilson down low. One-on-one with Karsten Mitchell. Mitchell will come out to get him. But Wilson's looking for a check. He's got the pick up high. Now he comes down. Straddles him. Does the straddle move coming down as he's falling down, and he got the shot off. had a nice little lane to come down, and Delarmy made the save. Picked up there by Murphy. Murphy, the transition player, will leave it for Delarmy. Delarmy passing back out to Thundercloud. He'll pass it down to Sunday. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Delarmy on the ball ground. Back out to Delarmy. He'll go one-on-one. Trying to work it. He gives it to Sunday. Sunday looking for a cutter. Falls down. He gets back up and he's knocked down. Again, he's got to get the shot off. 30-second clock goes. And suddenly the defense for the Regals have really pushed the issue on the Thunder. 1:45 remaining. 4-1 to score. McKay with it. McKay faking a long shot, now picks up to Morton. Morton back to McKay. He's going to let a long shot go, went wide, going for that far side on the glove side. Now McKay with it again, lets the sidearm shot go. Stopped there by Thundercloud, picked up by Schoenecker. Schoenecker had his stick checked on the last second. Ball is still loose. Picked up by the Regals. They have control of the ball. Nice play there by Tuscan. He'll set it up with 1:13 remaining. Ball crosses across the court. Picked up there by Morton. Had the ball, rather Thompson had to come out of his stick. Now they come down low. The pass is gone way wide. And then picked up there by the Regals. And Troy McDonald and Wuxie Rice will get penalties for roughing. Wow. Rice gets called for 2 minutes for diving. They call that embellishment in the NHL. And how did he get there? He got cross-checked. That's going to be a pin check. It's going to be 5-on-5 anyway. No 4-on-4. Lots of room out there. Thunder Bladen Hobbs Thompson with it. 49 seconds remaining. Over to River Porter, back to Thunder. Rather, Hobbs Thompson. Hobbs Thompson comes in, gets a pass off, and it's picked off there by the Regals coming back the other way. Picked up there by LeCompte, trying to work his way in. And an underhand shot by Wilson. He went down on the play. Picked up by the Thunder. Picked up there by McKinney. Another shot on goal. Oh, and Bladen Hobbs Thompson hit the goalpost. And if you'll ask goaltender Dickinson, he'll say, that's all you had to shoot on the short side. So an interesting turn of events. 4-1 lead by the Thunder has turned into a 4-3 lead. 17 seconds remaining with the Regals with the ball with the last possession. Our broadcast today being brought to you by Mohawk Duty Free in Talladega, Akwesasne Mohawk Casino Resort, Akwesasne, New York, and Can-Am Convenience in Gawanoga, Akwesasne Mohawk Territory. Red Fox Gas and Convenience located on Johnny Mack Lane in Akwesasne, and Corner Convenience and More located in Messina, New York. Thank you for your sponsorship. 4-on-4, going to be a 5-on-4 as the Regals will pull goaltender Dickinson in favor of the extra attacker. As they look for the tying goal. They have never led in any of the games so far. Thunder have to defend. Now they start moving the Regals. They're going to try to come out with a shot to Morton, let the shot go. It is blocked there by the Thunder. Oh, and there's a check from behind. No call on the play. As McKinney picked it up. And the shot's on goal. 15-8 for the Regals. They outshot them again. A two-pair total of 32-23. So the defense for the Regals has really tightened up the noose on the Thunder. as the Thunder last goal scored was at 4:19 of this period, making it 4-1. That was a goal by Baudouin. And at 13:48, making it 4-2, was a goal scored by Levi Wilson, with an assist going to Gage Thompson. A nice pick and roll play there by Thompson, and executed to excellence by Levi Wilson. And Gage Thompson scored unassisted at 14:57 to make it 4-3. And that's the way we stand after 2 periods of play. So we're going to take a break for the pause, ladies and gentlemen. Take a pause for the cause. And we'll be back to join you for the start of the 3rd period in this interesting and action-filled game 2 of the Ontario Junior B Lacrosse League action. The score once again, at the end of 2 periods of play, Akwesasne Thunder 4 and the Guelph Regals 3. We'll see you in about 10 or 15, or rather 8 or 9 minutes. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for period 3 of this interesting game. Looked like the Thunder were well in control of it when it was 4-1. And right from the get-go, they had the lead at in the first period, 3-1. They went up 4-1, and suddenly a couple of goals back-to-back by the Regals have made it 4-3. They've outshot the Thunder 33-23 so far in 2 periods of play. They did the same thing last night in period number 3. They outshot them 21-10 in the final period. So we're seeing some pushback by the Regals, and we're seeing some very good defense by the Regals, as well as evidenced by the 10 shots, or rather 8 shots registered by the Thunder in period number 2. Morton is without a goal still, but he is on the score sheet. Or is he? We'll have to make a double check on that. As both teams make their way out to the floor, Lacarujo, the referee, will do the ball drop and a face-off. Hallett and Garrison referees for tonight as well. 1:05 remaining in the matching penalties. McDonald for roughing, and Wuxie Wright for the Thunder. 2 minutes for diving, but he was helped along the way. So here we go, period number 2 in this championship game. Off the face-off, controlled there by Mitchell as he took the face-off against Weinstein, but the Regals will control the ball. Oh, there's a slash there on the back of Tuscan, not called. Now the Regals will come back into their offensive zone of the Thunder. They go back on the offensive. Wilson with it, trying to get around his check, he does. Then he passes back out, of underhand pass on the far side to Tuscan. He couldn't control it, but he picks up the loose ball. A shot that goes way wide over the net. It'll go way down and back and over, and the Thunder will gain control of the ball.
Here is the Sounders 50-50 number 909.
Picked up there by Hobbs Thompson, being watched by Dixon. He beats him. Hobbs Thompson throws down low to Delarmy. He couldn't control it. He was in all alone had he controlled it. 4-on-4, 18 seconds remaining on the shot clock, 2, as well as a penalty. Barrero with a shot that goes wide and high. And the Regals come down with the ball. Picked up there by Dixon. He'll pass it up, fakes the pass. Now he gets it off. Passes it over to Morton. Morton back out to Schmidt. Schmidt now over to Morton. Morton 1-on-1 with Schonecker. Passes down low to McDonald. McDonald trying to come through. Does a swim move, loses control of the ball. Picked up there by the Thunder. Now they lose control of it as well. Goes into the corner. A lot of a sloppy play there in the beginning of this period by both teams. Picked up there by Weinstein. Now back down low to Downey on the far side. Being watched by Dupree David. Comes back out to McKay. McKay backhand pass to Wilson. Wilson trying to get around the pick. Give and go. And he's broken up there by the Thunder as they were hung by that wide pass as well. So they're trying to pick up high. And roll down low. There's a shovel pass. Shovel shot. Picked up there by Brown. He'll leave it for Sunday. Sunday passes down into the corner to Barrero. Barrero back over to Sunday. Sunday passes back over to Delarmy. Back to Barrero. Barrero coming in, trying to get a shot off. Now it's to Sunday. Sunday, high check. Now he gives it back to Delarmy with a shot on net. Oh, he was in. It was a pick and roll. Nice little pass. And the Thunder will get the ball back. 4-3 the score. Fresh 30, Baudouin with it. Passes to Thundercloud. Thundercloud looking for someone to pass to down low. And it's Delarmy with it. He'll take the pick. Pass over to Barrero. Barrero pick and roll, looking for the roller. Nothing there. So Barrero one-on-one. Good defense there by the defense of the Beecraft. There's a shot on goal. And it went in. They thought it went into the net, but a good save there by goaltender Dickinson. The Regals looking for a goal to tie it up. On the far side, Downey with it. Downey passes it off to Schmidt. Schmidt down low. Over to Thompson. Thompson takes his pick from Schmidt. Passes over to his long shot along the boards, along the floor rather, by Downey that went wide. 30-second clock went off, so there's a loss of possession for the Regals. It'll go back to the Thunder. Picked up there by Hobbs Thompson along the half wall. Passes cross court to Porter. Porter trying to work his way in. Does a spin move off the check. Comes back out to Sunday. Sunday passes off to Hobbs Thompson. Hobbs Thompson winds up. There's a shot. Saved by goaltender Dickinson. He called for a time because of the net was off. It's Moorings, really no Moorings. It just moves all over the place. Now over to Sunday it goes. Sunday one-on-one with the defense. Sunday trying to work his way in, but Lecomp's there. There's a shot that went way wide. Oh, there's going to be a breakaway. McDonald's going to get a breakaway. Coming out is Carson Mitchell to Weenham. Mitchell goes down. Or rather, McDonald sets the ball up. There's a shot. Let's score! New ball game. The Thunder once again getting late off the bench, but they were helped by a stumble by the forward of the Thunder. Mitchell had the player on the floor, cross-checked him, tried to get the loose ball, and flipped it over. I believe he flipped it over to Davik, who put it away. It's a 4-4 game. Here's the call. LaBelle will get credit for the goal. Wyatt Thompson gets the call, 3:59. There's a shot on goal, saved there by the Thunder. So this is the fourth time that the Regals have tied it up. They've never had a lead in the first game or never had a lead here in this game. Making things interesting as they've tightened up defensively. Barrero with it. Trying to get around the check of Beecraft. Sends a high pass over to Baudouin. Gets off his check. Baudouin checked and falls down on the play. Picked up by Delarmy. Oh, he tried to stuff it in. And goaltender Dickinson caught it at the last minute. Good play by Delarmy and a better save there by goaltender Dickinson, who has returned to form as being the #1 goalie in the playoffs. And the defense is really tightened up. They're looking to take the lead. There's a pass in tight. There's a pass in tight that went wide. And the ball comes loose. 7 seconds remaining. They got to get a shot off. Picked up there by Kane Murphy. Looking to pass. Murphy coming in. Lets the shot go. And he tried to go over top, and he just missed as he had the goalie going down. And the ball will go back to the Regals. Long pass coming down on the half wall. Coming off to Morton. He's checked on the play. The Thunder trying to get the ball away. They don't. Back off to Downey. Or rather, McDonald passing over to Wilson with a shot in the net. Then hit a player, hit the goaltender, made a save. And the Regals pressing the action now. Wilson with it. Wilson trying to get that pick and roll down low. He comes in, shot. Good save there by Delarmy as Wilson tried to go to the far side.
Congratulations, Tisha. 1,010.
Tisha Rourke wins the 50-50, $1,000.10. That happens to be the sister of Tracy Sunday. Sunday with it with 10 seconds remaining. And now with a Baudouin with a long shot that went wide, and the Thunder will give up the ball. There's some very tense moments here. The crowd is feeling it, that the shift in momentum has changed. Going the Regals' way. Next goal is a biggie here in this game. Picked up there by Thompson. Thompson passes along the half wall. Over to Weinstein. Weinstein passes down low to Morton. Back to Thompson. Thompson tries a spin move on Mitchell. Pass over to McKay. And Thompson rolled down, tried to get the return pass. Thunder will get the ball, but they lose control. Taylor Mitchell had it, but he had it stripped of him. Now the Regals will go back on the offense. There's a close-in shot. Saved there by goaltender Delarmy, and a good save. It was, as James Thompson was in there. Another interference call behind the play on Taylor Mitchell. The ball will go back to the Regals. They'll enjoy the ball again for another 30 seconds. Mitchell. Now there's a backhand pass in close, but in the crease for the Regals. On that dive play was Tuscan. Now the ball comes back to the Thunder's blatant Hobbs Thompson. Hobbs Thompson throws it into the corner. Blakely out there defensively. And now it goes over to Hobbs Thompson, being watched by the defense. Oh, there goes. Delarmy was in wide as he pick and roll. I didn't think Thompson was going to see him, but he got it and he went for the shot and he went a little bit wide. He had a good opportunity. He had the shot. He had the goaltender going the way he was going, and he went back the other way, and the save, or rather the ball rolled in harmlessly into the corner. The Regals come back on offense. Wilson with it. Wilson passes down low. Tries to get a return pass. Ball is loose. Picked up by the Thunder. There's a long lead pass. Delarmy thought better of it as Sunday was breaking, but coming out of the bench was Dilchey. Now picked up by Delarmy, or rather Barrero with a long shot. That's not going to do it, as the Thunder really have to use common sense on this offense. Instead of shooting long shots, let your defense get out there and help you. Dixon with it. Now passes the ball down, throws it away, and the Thunder will gain control. The next goal is a big one, ladies and gentlemen, as it's really playing tight to the vest. And the Regals have scored 3 straight goals, have kept the Thunder scoreless for almost 20 minutes plus. And it's Sunday with a patented move, and it went off the goalpost. 30 seconds for the Thunder. Picked up there by Porter. Porter looking for someone to pass to. Who's he going to go to? There's a low shot trying to go low behind the 5-hole, and it's picked up there by Dickinson. He'll throw it out. Long pass down to Tuscan. He'll go along the half wall on the far side. Rice is on him. He'll leave him alone. Rice will pick up the cutter, and that's Morton coming through. Picked off. The pass is tipped there by Wuxie Rice. Back out for a long shot by Schmidt. Low shot, and he took a pass from Wilson, and goaltender Delarmy saw it away. Very close game here in this championship game number 2. Nearing the halfway mark here of period number 3, and it's tied up 4-4. Hobbs Thompson with it. Tries to spin off. Where's he going to go? The pick wasn't set. Now it's Thundercloud trying to use the pick, trying to give a go to Barrero. Lost control of it. And the Regals will come back on offense. Long lead pass, long to half wall to Weinstein. He'll pull up. He'll give it to Downey. Downey now passes back to Wilson. Wilson coming on the left-hand side. Wilson now passes back to him. Pass coming back to Wilson as a cutter. He was brought down there by Dupuis David. Now here's a long shot, saved there by Delarmy, picked up there by Luke Lazor. Lazor will run with it. He's going to run down. Luke Lazor is going to run down. He'll pass. There's a shot on goal. Hit the goal post. Shot on net. Lazor took the opportunity. And now the Regals will come back. 9:47 remaining here in period number 2. Picked up there by McKay. McKay down close to the shot. Oh, and he caught T-Gage Thompson all alone on the crease. He went far side, glove side on goaltender Delarmy, but the shot went wide. And now here's River Porter with it, passing back to Sunday. Next goal is a big one. Keep saying that, but it really is, because this is a very tight game. The Regals want to go back 1-1, not down 2-0. Could see some overtime the way these things are going. Passes off the stick of Thundercloud. It goes into the corner. Oh, there's Sunday with a big check. In the corner, Sunday with a big check. And the ball comes down to the goaltender. He just fires it wide down the floor. And Oaks is back there to pick it up. And now Delarmy comes back out over the Sunday. Good defensive play there by Sunday in behind the net. Now comes over to Thundercloud. Thundercloud passes down to Sunday trying to break through. Now picking it up and going down is McDonald. McDonald has Hobbs Thompson back defensively. There's a shot on goal, that went nowhere. Good stick check there by Hobbs Thompson defensively. Brown has it. Back and forth they go. Delarmy will slow it down now. He'll go over to Boldwan. Boldwan will give it to River Porter. Out will come Thundercloud. Thundercloud uses to pick up Boldwan. Now comes back out to Thundercloud. Porter comes into the bench. Who will take him? They need 5 out there. And the Thunder are getting a little burnt on the offense. As they only had 4 players out there. Porter ran to the bench. And the Regals come back on the bench. The only game came at 3:53. There's a shot on that. They score! The Regals take the lead, 5-4, their first lead in the series games. Coming at 12:08. They have held the Thunder scoreless since Carter McKay gets the goal. And the Thunder will drain the ball off the power play. First time they've been down in this series. They have to come out. They've got to get the next goal. Lots of time left, but they got to try to find some room open, some space. Porter with it now, trying to work his way in. Porter checked on the play. Ball was loose. And the Thunder cannot afford to go down by 2. The defense for the Regals really playing tough, as they've scored 4 straight goals to come from a 4-1 deficit to take the lead 5-4 in this third period. Wilson with a long shot, tipped by the defense, picked up there by Oaks. Oaks will have it. Oaks will run down, being watched by Downey. Oaks comes in with a ill-timed shot on goal as he tried to go wide. Should have waited for the offense to come out. 6:45 remaining. Next goal is getting a really big one. Schoeneker out there. Schoeneker watching Morton. Behind the net it goes to Wilson. Wilson does a spinorama, looking for someone to cut through. Wilson still with it. With 6 seconds to go, they got to get a shot on that. They do! And it got into the bags of goaltender Delarmy. Now the Thunder have to really take their time on this. With time remaining, going to be the enemy for the Thunder. 6:15 remaining. They're down by 1. 5-4. They had total control of this game, leading 4-1. But the Regals tightened up defensively and have made a game of it. They lead 5-4. The pass coming down to River Porter. He can't hold it. Ball is loose. Goes into the corner. The scrum ensues, and the Regals get the ball. Downey with it, coming into the zone. The Regals showing why they beat St. Catharines 3 straight, haven't lost a game until yesterday. They really turned the game around in this game, in this period. There's a shot on goal, stopped by goaltender Delarmy. That shot from well out, stopped by Delarmy, and the Thunder will go back on the offense. Looking for a goal. That's Thundercloud with it. Thundercloud down low. Thunder really have to press the issue. 5 minutes remaining here in period number 3. Down by 1, 1-on-1 with Dabik as Sunday. Sunday looking to pass it back out, he does. And now it's Carson Mitchell with it. There's a shot on net that went way wide. And the Thunder are being reduced by the Regals defense of shooting from far out. Water break. Water break being called in this pivotal game. The Regals got to have it. Mohawk Duty Free, Tanganyika sponsoring this game, along with the Akwesasne Mohawk Casino Resort in Akwesasne, New York, Can-Am Convenience on Gawanoga, the Akwesasne Mohawk Territory, Red Fox Gas and Convenience on Johnny Mac Lane in Akwesasne, and Corner Convenience and more in Messina, New York. Yamakova for your sponsorship throughout the year and for the playoffs. Well, the stage is set for this final 5 minutes, 4 minutes and 54 seconds of this game. Guelph is up 5-4. They've scored 4 straight goals. They've held the Thunder off the score sheet. Going on 35 minutes. 4:19 second period. Scored their 4th and final goal of this game so far. Here's a shot going on goaltender. There's a backhand shot. They score! The Regals take a 2-goal lead. The shot was gone, the save was made, and a shovel shot went into the corner behind goaltender Delarmy, 6-4. Tuscan gets credit for the goal. Now the Thunder really have to tighten up this. They really have to tighten up and score if they want to get back into this game. A lot of their pick and rolls aren't working. The defense for the Regals very tough. There's a shot on net coming from a severe angle by Sunday. And the Regals coming back down. They score a goal here. It might be all over for the Thunder. They have not scored since 4:19 of the second period. The Regals defense have really tightened up, and the offense has come to life. Schmidt with it, passes out to Morton, sidesteps the stick check, lets a shot go wide. And there's a pass coming back out, a shot down low off the stick of Morton. And the Thunder, catch up, battling the clock. And they're going to be playing one-on-one man. And they lost possession of the ball. And there's going to be a penalty. No, there's not. There should have been a penalty for cross-checking, but the Thunder will get the ball. 3:36 remaining. Thunder must score on one of the possessions that they get. In close to Barrero with a shot that went wide and low. Oh, and there's a cross-check high on Hobbs Thompson with a shot. That went wide. Picked up by Porter. Porter fakes the shot. Passes behind the net. Picked up there by Sunday. Sunday trying to come across. Lets a shot go. Jumps up in the air. Gets a shot off. Dickinson makes the save. And the Regals, good defensive play by Dixon to come down with the ball and to hang on to it. 3 minutes remaining and counting. And the Thunder down by 2 goals. The Regals looking to go back home down with the series tied 1-1 in 3 games at their arena. Third game will be on a Sunday. There's a far shot that got the goaltender's pad. Arm save, and they're going to 30 seconds. Now what they're going to do is they're going to kill off 30 seconds and try to force the Thunder into making a mistake. They need the ball back. 2:28 remaining. Wilson with it with 10 seconds remaining. Wilson with it with a shot on goal that went wide. Now picked up there by Delarmy. Delarmy goes one-on-one with the defense. Delarmy going in. Shot on goal, goes low. Saved there by the goaltender. And there's going to be a penalty to Delarmy behind the play, and that'll seal the deal. That is going to seal the deal for the Regals. They'll take game number 2. They made a couple of changes to their game, and it's paid dividends with them. Caden Morton came in on defense.
2 minutes for roughing, 18 minutes, 18 seconds.
Penalty to Delarmy for roughing behind the play. as the crowd starts to file out here at the Enola Go Arena. We'll be at Guelph on Thursday night to bring you coverage of the game, and Friday night, if necessary, for Game 4. Games 3 and 4 will be played in Guelph. McKay with it, passing down low. 10 seconds on the shot clock. McKay backhand pass to Wilson. He can't get the ball, it's loose. Wilson will fix it back up. There's a backhand shot. And then the Thunder will have it. He'll have to pull the goalie to try to get 5-on-5. Sunday comes out with the ball. 1 minute remaining. He'll be up 1 minute pretty soon. Sunday tries to cruise in, being checked there nicely by LaBelle. There's a pass on a quick stick for Dale Goletta Barrero, and then there's an open net. They're going to seal the deal, and they do. Guelph was the final. Any type of hope that the Thunder had of coming back has vanished, making it 7-4 with 46 seconds remaining. And Whiteside won the faceoff, and the ball goes out of bounds by the Thunder. They'll get the ball. Simon LaBelle picks up the goal. Picked up by Barrero. Barrero trying to come off the pick. Throws it down low to Thundercloud. A turnaround shot. Shovel shot. And 25 seconds remaining. So the Thunder will go back to the drawing board on practice on Tuesday and Wednesday. I'm sure they'll look at the tape of this game and see where things went wrong. Certainly the defense of Guelph has really stood up. They shut out the Thunder for 35 minutes. This whole third period, and 15 minutes and 41 seconds of the second period. The defense really standing up. One of the players over there was down on the floor after taking some cross-checking. That was Nicholas Davik, but he gets up. Two and a half seconds remaining. And that'll do it. The Guelph Regals have served notice. They are not going down without a fight. Kudos to the Guelph Regals.
And the Thunder 13 for a game total of 36. Games 3 and 4.
Shots on goal favored the Guelph 14-13 in that period. Overall, 47-36. Guelph scored 5 straight goals.
Lacrosse Championship Series Game 2. Won by the Regals.
6 straight goals. Starting at 13:48 of period number 2, ending at 19:14 of period number 3 with a 7-4 lead. And their defense was simply unbelievable from the second period on. At the 15:41 mark, they shut out the Thunder all the way till the conclusion of this game in the third period as well. Scoring in that period, all Guelph. At 3:53, they made it, or for 3:59, they made it 4-4. They tied up the game with a goal going to Simon LaBelle, his second in that third period. The assist going to Wyatt Johnson. And then scoring at 12:08, taking the first lead for the Guelph Regals, was Carter McKay, their leading goal scorer in the playoffs, with an assist going to Cannon Schmidt. And then with a 2-goal lead, they went ahead at 6-4 at 13-19 with an unassisted goal scored by August Tuscan. And then another unassisted goal came at 19-14 with 46 seconds remaining. The final score making it 7-4, that off the stick of Simon LaBelle, his second of that third stanza. So kudos going out and giving credit to the Guelph Regals. They came to play after being down by 4-1. They scored 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 straight goals en route to a 7-4 win. So we'll see you on Thursday night and Friday night in Guelph. We'll be on the road. Wilson and Mitchell and myself, Dennis Shosey, will bring you the play-by-play. So thank you for our sponsors, Mohawk Duty Free in Tyendinaga, Akwesasne Mohawk Casino Resort in Akwesasne, Canada Convenience in Ganawage, Akwesasne Mohawk Territory, Red Fox Gas and Convenience, located on Johnny Mack Lane here in Akwesasne, and Corner Convenience and more in Messina, New York. Once again, the final score here at the arena in game championship series, the Guelph Regals tie up the series 1-1 by taking this game 7-4. Reporting for the Akwesasne Thunder live stream production, Dennis Shosey, bidding you good night and have a good day out there and safe travels. Monegi Wai.